after Jesus had received the sour wine, he said, "It is finished." When I've read these words in the past, I have always read them with this tone in my head. It is finished. It's over. I'm done. I can finally rest. Whew. I've finished a lot of projects in that kind of tone. I remember the first time I trained for a 5K. It was a lot of work. I put a lot of hours in at the gym in the wintertime. I did interval training. I worked really hard at it. And finally, the day came for me to run my very first 5K. And by nature, I'm not a runner. And so it was a big deal for me. And I began the race. I stayed strong. I kept the pace that I was trying to keep. In fact, I ended up pacing myself a little faster than what I had hoped for. And I got to the end of the finish line, and I remember crossing, and I remember just kind of bowing down and resting on my knees and thinking, golly, it's finally over. I'm done. I'm finished. Whew. But you know, there were people there at the finish line who were cheering us on as we crossed the finish line, and some may have crossed feeling great. I was feeling depleted and exhausted, but they were cheering me on. And that made me think, what if I had finished that way? What if I had finished crossing that line and raising my arms and my fists in the air and saying, yes, I finished. I did it. All of this hard work that I've put into this, I have finally accomplished the goal. Yes! It's a little different way of experiencing an end, isn't it? So I wonder, when I read Jesus's words, am I reading into his words my typical tone that, finally, it's over, finished, done? Or maybe is Jesus coming to that point and he's like, yes. It's kind of like when you're doing one of those renovation projects. I don't know what you like to renovate, but maybe you are renovating a bathroom at your house or a kitchen, and you put on that last drawer handle and you step back and you look at the project, you look at the transformation that has taken place, and you smile, and there's a sense of accomplishment, and you're like, yes, that looks good. I love that transformation. Well done. I got to think that that's the emotion behind Jesus in this second to last word that he says on the cross. I mean, he's been involved in ministry. He has performed miracles. He has healed numerous people. He's had his confrontations. He has been in the midst of big crowds. He has fed them. He has taught them. He has preached to them. He's had some issues with some religious leaders. He has frustrated some of them. But in the good and in the bad, the good times and the not so good times, Jesus has come to the end of all of that. And now, his arms raised in the air, and he says, it's finished. Yes, the work of salvation is accomplished. It is done. You see, Jesus has done for us that which we cannot do for our own. He has saved us from the brokenness of this world. He has removed the sin from our lives that we could not remove. He has done for us what we cannot do for ourselves. I love the words that Mary speaks when she finds out that she's pregnant with God's Son. It's called the Magnificat. And if you go all the way back to Luke chapter 1, picking up with verse 46, you find these words: "My soul praises the greatness of our God. He has looked with favor on me. The Mighty One has done great things for me, and his name is holy. His mercy is from generation to generation. He has done mighty deeds with his arm. He has scattered the proud. He has toppled the mighty from their thrones. He has exalted the lowly. He has satisfied the hungry with good things. He has sent the rich away empty-handed. He has helped his servant Israel. Remember his mercy." Wow. Jesus says, it's finished. It's done. The work of salvation is complete. It's not an end in defeat. It's an end in victory. Thanks be to God.